Hello everyone, welcome to Amy's Bookshelf. Welcome to my TBR for October. I'm sorry about my voice. This is the only time I think I can actually film while I still have the house to myself. And I am not the greatest health-wise, but I am filming on the 22nd in the evening. I actually took the day off work because I was feeling sick, but I'm feeling decent enough to film now, so I'm gonna take the opportunity and run with it. So, we're gonna get into what I am reading for October. I do a game of TBR Clue where I pick books to read based on prompts. I already have a TBR for Victober and for reading or for Journey Through the Bible Readathon. So both of those TBRs are up. You can check them out. And I will be trying to get those books into my TBR as well. But let's get into what I read last month and what cards I revealed for them. So the first prompt was poetry, and of that, or for that prompt, I read the spiritual poems of Rumi. This one is translated by Nadir Khalali. This one is great. I enjoyed it, not as much as his love poems, but I really enjoyed it still, and I am so happy to own this beautiful edition. The two cards revealed by that were the Hall and the Dagger. For the next prompt of the library, I read The Bronx Riders Twins by Danica Favorite. This one is just a nice, sappy, contemporary romance about the rodeo. I really enjoyed this one. I think I gave it 5 stars. It was really good. But the cards it reveals are the Revolver and the Wrench. The next prompt was a challenge book. So in that, I have put my Agatha Christie, which I am currently in the middle of An Appointment with Death, which is the play in this edition. I am working my way through all of Agatha Christie's works, and I will finish this by the end of the weekend. I'm gonna try and finish it tonight. If not, I'll finish it tomorrow. I'm watching a play on YouTube of it, and it's not a bad play, but it's put on by high schoolers, so it's not like Broadway level. But I am happy to watch it instead of just reading it. So this one will be done, I promise you. The cards that it reveals are the Ballroom and the Rope. For the next prompt, which was an arc, I read The Love Script by Tony Shiloh. This one I thoroughly loved, gave it 5 stars. I never read it in time, but it came out in July. You should definitely check it out. It's about a Hollywood actor who's a recent Christian, and he's standing by his values, and this hairstylist who helps his mom, but they're caught in a picture that doesn't look so great. And it's a fake dating trope, and I loved it. It was so good. Anyways, the prompts reveals The Candlestick and Dr. Orchid. The next thing was 1800s, which I am currently in the middle of Lady Windermere's Fan by Oscar Wilde. This is a play. It should be really quick, really easy, and I know I can get through it. I'll probably listen to it on Sunday as I'm driving for about 3 hours. So I will get this one done. Not obviously this whole thing, but Lady Windermere's Fan is on my reading list for the weekend. And that, I'm going to finish it, so I'm going to reveal the cards, which are the Kitchen and the Conservatory. The next one was the random page line word one, which was really confusing. I believe the word was complacency. And as I was thinking about it, a book that I did read this month, which was called A Gentleman in Moscow by Omar, oh, I'm gonna butcher this name, one second. Omar Towles? Anyways, A Gentleman in Moscow. I feel like this character, the Count, was very complacent in his life before his arrest, and it really led to his transformation through the book. I did read it for book club, and that gives me the cards of Mrs. Peacock and The Study. For the random letter, which was L for the author, I read Funny Things, which is like a comic strip about Charles Schulz's life, the creator of the Peanuts comic strip. And this one was done by Luca DeBus, I believe, but Luca is his first name, so I am going to go with that. I enjoyed it, and it reveals for me Colonel Mustard and the Billiards Room. For a reread, I have not yet read it, but it's the 22nd. I've got to be able to get it done before this point. And that is, if I can pick it up. Sorry, I'm trying to pick up one-handed. I figured this one counts because I have read the Chamber of Secrets before. So I started this, but I honestly think I've been sick for most of the month without realizing it. And it's not been great for me to read. So I'm going to count this as my reread, and I will get it done. as soon as I have enough brain power to actually look at a page. And that reveals for me Miss Scarlet and the library. So the last one was The Wrench. And for that one, I actually read my arc by Lee Goldberg, which is Malibu Burning. I finished it today. The reason why it's for The Wrench is because it's about wildfires and cities burning in Malibu. And I live in a very fire-heavy area for the summer. And there was a lot of smoke and a lot of fires surrounding my city, my families, like my relatives' homes. No one was evacuated of my relatives, but we were definitely close to the areas and it put us all on edge. So I wasn't really feeling like reading Malibu Burning, to be perfectly honest. But I did read it today. I finished it today. So that is revealing the dining room and Professor Plum. So now we actually have all the cards revealed. I just gotta figure out who's left. So my official guess is Mr. Green with the lead pipe in the lounge. Let's see what it is. I'm positive I'm right, Mr. Green. I don't think he's been the murderer much. The lounge and the lead pipe. So I will do a spinner wheel and I will let you know what that is. So I will hopefully be able to figure out how to show you. I don't remember if I figured it out last time, but I got a reread. So that means I can switch out whatever prompt I get, or one of the prompts I get for a reread. Now, I am not sure if I'm gonna do that, to be perfectly honest, because I have a lot of books I need to read. I have a good amount for my Victober ones that I had planned, and also I have several that I have planned for my Journey Through the Bible readathon. Now, if I'm still feeling sick, obviously that's not gonna be the thing, but I'm gonna try. I also have a buddy read scheduled with Chris from Chris's Corner. They got their copy of Enola Holmes and the Mark of the Mongoose, I want to say. We read the whole series together, so I'm very excited to pick up this next one, which I do have as an arc. I should have read earlier, but I really want to read with Chris, so I waited. But we'll be reading that in October. Otherwise, I don't think I have any buddy reads, nothing else planned. I don't have a book club book, so yeah, let's get into the board and the gameplay. Prompt number 1 for the haul is matches my outfit again. Prompt number 2 for the lounge is the lounge. All right. Number 3 for the dining room brings us to new to me author. For the kitchen, we'll be pulling out an ebook vet. The ballroom, let's see what we get here. The wrong season. And for the conservatory, we've got an auto-buy author. For the billiards room, we've got pre-1800s. For the library, it is Mr. Body or the color black. And for the study, it is Mr. Green or the color green. I realize we didn't do this, so I'm gonna pull them now and we'll just see what I get. William Still. I don't know if I have any books of his I need to read. I'll pull out an extra one just in case. Virginia Woolf. And this author. I can't pronounce that. I'll find their books and work them into the TBR. So for the names I pulled, I actually ended up realizing I already have read my Virginia Woolf book. So I pulled another one off camera, which was Tacitus. And so these two are the authors that I will be attempting to read in the month of October. I've not been successful lately, but I'm gonna try. All right, let's get into the first prompt. The first prompt was a book that matches my outfit. So you can see right there, not really clear, but you can see it. I'm wearing a mustard shirt, which I was like, please don't let me pull Colonel Mustard because that would be 2 mustard books. That would be awful, or hard to find at least. Anyways, I found this one on my shelf, which is a mustardy yellow. I've heard good things, or I've seen good things on Goodreads. It's not well talked about, but at the same time, it sounds interesting. It's called Head Over Heels by Hannah Orenstein. And this is about this woman named Avery who has been training for the Olympics, but then she can't perform anymore. Some accident happens and her best friend goes to the Olympics and then marries their coach. So she's reeling from it all, and it looks like it has good reviews on Goodreads. So I'm gonna try this one, and if not, I'll find another mustard book. But yeah, I'm excited to pick this one up. I've seen good reviews and I am hopeful. For the second prompt, which was the lounge, we're gonna go with my Agatha Christie here. I feel like Agatha Christie books are typically cozy and quick to read and comfy, really easy for me to enjoy. And so my book this month for the Read Christie 2023 is a stabbing book. And the only stabbing book I have left to read is The Clocks. Now, I know that this book has mixed reviews. Some people really hate this book, and I haven't heard many good reviews, to be honest. So I don't know what this is gonna be like. I just know I pulled it from farther down on my shelf, which is organized by publication year. So it was one of her later books, and it's a Poirot. So I'll be reading The Clocks. I am interested to see if I hate it or if I enjoy it. I honestly don't think there's many Agatha Christie books that could be worse than Cat Among the Pigeons and The Last Tommy and Tuppence book for me. They're all pretty, those 2 are pretty bad. I still love Agatha Christie, but those aren't great. So hopefully this one's better than those. Next one was a new to me author. So for that one, I'm just putting in this one, which is the author that I don't know. His name is Aleksandr Solzhenitsyn. This is called One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich. This is the only book I own by this author, and I don't think I've ever read him. I don't even know his nationality, if he's Russian or German, or not German, Hungarian or something. I don't know. I'm curious to try this one out and see if I enjoy it or not. So yeah, this is on the list for a new to me author. I've never read his work before. For the next one, which was an ebook vet, I literally just went on my Kindle, well, on my Goodreads list of books I want to read that are like just things that I've owned for a while. And this one popped up, which I know I've owned for a long time. And this one is A Visitor's Guide to Victorian England by Michelle Higgs. This is a short ebook. I think it's like 200 pages. But honestly, I'm like, you know what? It's Victober. Let's just do it anyways. It'll be an easy book to fit into this time, and it will be hopefully a fun read. I have tons of ebook bets, though otherwise, if I need to. For a book about the wrong season, this one, I'm gonna go with one that doesn't really have seasons, I think. At least I don't think they would, because they're in Egypt. So this is Explorers of the Nile, The Triumph and Tragedy of a Great Victorian Adventure by Tim Jeal. The back said, or not the back, but the inside flap said something about going to Uganda and Sudan and trying to figure out this mystery of the Nile. And it's 6 men and 1 woman in 1856. So I'm excited to pick this one up. And I figure, you know what, in Egypt, it's always summer. And I'm currently in fall. It's gonna be fall, but it's also getting colder. So I'm like, they definitely wouldn't be having that kind of temperature in Egypt. So I think this would count for a different season. For an auto-buy author, so an author I just will grab anything from, I'm gonna put Tessa Afshar in here. This is one of the books for the Journey Through the Bible Readathon. And this is the group book, I think, for that one. This is a Tessa Afshar book, and I would love to reread it. This could work for the reread one I can use. And I'm gonna save that one in case I need to for a prompt that doesn't work throughout the month. But right now I haven't scheduled it into any of these prompts. So yeah, this one will be a reread, but it's definitely an auto-buy author. For a book that is pre-1800s, thankfully my second, or I guess my fourth pull got me Tacitus, which is like ancient Rome era book. So this one is interesting. At least I thought he was Roman. Yeah, this is Roman. I haven't read it yet, and I thought I might have, but I was confusing that with the Lives of the Caesars. So this one is on my reading list. Hopefully I can get to it in October. For Mr. Body or the color black, I'm going with something real simple here, okay? Like, please don't. I'm just like, I normally try to be more creative with how I use the character prompts, but with the way I've been feeling to this week and today, I'm like, you know what? That's not gonna work. We're gonna go real simple here. I'm gonna put in David Copperfield. There's a black silhouette of a man and a boy. I'm going with it. Mr. Body is and the color black. This is one of my books for Victober, and it's a chunker. I'm actually now buddy reading this one with Lou, who's one of my subscribers, and Lizzie from Lizzie Faye Loves Books. So I will link their channels down below, or link Elizabeth, but I am excited to read this one. I've heard really good things about David Copperfield, and I just need to bite the bullet and start it. So I'm hopeful that I can actually plow through this month and really get this one done, because I need to. It is, it's a classic on my shelf. I've owned it for too long, and I think it's about time that it is read and discovered if I like it. This one will also count for Buzzwordathon. The prompt is magic words in the title, and I know I'm stretching this, okay? But there is a very famous magician in Vegas and all those, like, and he's done so many shows, named David Copperfield. He's a magician. I'm going with it. I'm sorry. I don't want to put any more books on my TBR, to be perfectly honest. So he's a magician. I'm going with that. For the last prompt, which is Mr. Green or the color green, once again, I'm just going with the color. And this is one of the books that's also my Victober TBR, called The Subjection of Women by John Stuart Mill. This is a really short nonfiction essay collection, I think, about women's rights and how women and men were treated differently in the Victorian era. So this one should be interesting. This one was written in the Victorian era. So hopefully it's really great. I've been waiting to read it for a while, and that will be on the pile. Now, I also have a couple others that I need to read for the other reading challenges I'm doing. So the first one is the Golden Girls Readathon. And for that one, it's a phobia. And I was looking up books that I already own that would be easy for me to read, and phobias were hard to find until I found Peter Pan. So I'll be reading Peter Pan again. This one, Peter Pan, he has a fear of growing up. So he has a phobia of it. And I was like, thank goodness I found one. And it's a short one. So I will take it and I will use that. So yeah, Peter Pan is great and so different from Disney. So different, as per all Disney things. The last thing I have is the Book Covered Book Club, which the prompt is to have a moon on the cover. None of these books do, and I didn't want to pick anything crazy long. So I went real simple, and I'm going to go with one of these Clue books that I haven't picked up for a little while, but I'm excited. You can see here, hopefully, that's the moon. And this one is called The Vanishing Vampire. This is number 15 in the series. It has a weird film on the cover. I got all these from thrift books for real cheap. So yeah, I was just happy to get them. They're really short, like 100 pages, and I really enjoy solving them. So this is my moon on the cover for October. In regards to other things I have to read, I can't think of anything right now, and I don't want to overwhelm myself because I have this plus the other books I mentioned throughout the other TBRs, and I feel like this could get overwhelming for me. So this is pretty good. I'm happy with these, I guess, 11 books. Some of them will be rereads, some of them are short, and I'm excited for all of them, which is a great thing. So please let me know down below in the comments if you've read any of these books, or if you are going to read something like them, or what you have thought of them, or if you think they're going to be interesting. I'd love to hear all your thoughts down below in the comments. Also, if you could give this video a like and a subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can know the next time I post a video, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.
In a house that I don't know.